Hi, this is Noah from screenprintexchange.com. This is my first video. It is a tutorial on how to replace and remove and reinstall push to connect fittings. Be safe when you do this, or hire a tech, which is typically $100 to $150 an hour now. When you are working on these connectors, please turn off the machine and disconnect the hose to the press, because it is next to impossible to remove the hose while there is air pressure to it. And if you do, you will usually break the connectors, or the hose will go all over the place and hit you in the face. So we don't want to get hurt, so wear eyeglasses, and this is up to you to keep safe. This is very simple. This is a very simple tutorial, and it will get harder as we go in future videos. So I like to say this in the nicest way possible without being mean. Not knowing something simple is equal opportunity. So let's learn and have less user errors. Here are some best practices in repair. Let's start out with hose sizes. This is a 5/32 hose, and this is typically used on frame clamps, squeegee holders, and whatnot. So to connect this, I like to push in the black part, but you don't have to, and then pull it. So now it's in very hard. To disconnect it, all you have to do is push in the black part of the connector and pull out. So I like to push it in as far as possible, and then pull it out. So let's do it one more time. So that's really simple. So this is like a straight connector, and this is an L connector, and this is nice because it swivels. Sometimes you move around and all that. So the most common use size is a 1/4 inch hose fitting, and these are connected to usually valves or air cylinders. And once again, here's a 90-degree fitting with a 1/8 NPT. NPT, don't get scared about all these phrases. It's the National Pipe Thread Standard, so it's not a big deal. Once again, push it in if you want like that, and you simply push in there's this little thing that you slide in, and then you pull it out. If you can see inside, there's a ring of barbs. It's like metal, and I kind of think of it as like an electric eel, like a ring of teeth, and it grabs onto it and doesn't let go. So that's how that works. And if you can see on the pipe, this is not cut straight like it should be. Sometimes there's an indentation because this is moving back and forth, and that causes leaks. So simply take a knife and cut it straight, and then you can reconnect it, and that will solve most of the problems. Okay, so the next size is a 3/8, and this is usually coming from the air regulator to a manifold, and later diverted to like 1/4 inch, and then 5/32 hose. And this is like this, you won't find this one in M&R typically, but it's basically a block of aluminum, or they cluster all these together, and they have different sizes. And so like this hose would go into here like a 3/8, and then you'd go down to a 1/4 inch. So and then it splits everywhere. Okay, so here's a neat thing that people don't know, and if this video is too simple for you, don't make fun of me because people don't know. I like using these. I get these from McMaster Car, so that's McMaster.com. They're not sponsoring me or anything, but they should because I buy from them. Anyhow, you can push these in. Well, let me find one. Here's a 1/4-inch one. You could push these into a fitting while you're working on it so you don't hear any noise. And this will disconnect this will stop the air from flowing. And because it's annoying to hear the air compressor always going on while you're working, and that's great. And you can go smaller. Here's your 5/32 hose. And so here's and then here's one like this. This is one that you put on a hose. See how that's crimped in? You should cut that off first, and then you can do it. And you simply put it in and then pull it out. Okay? Sometimes in the manual, M&R's manual, people can't get these off because eventually they get really bad. They'll tell you to push this thing in and then push a screwdriver and remove it. I've never really had to do it, but if you have to, you do it. And that usually breaks these connectors, or you'll have leakage. So when somebody typically cuts a hose on a press, especially a M&R textile press, the print head to the cluster of hoses, they'll cut it really close, like right here, and it'll be next to impossible to get that hose out. And the hose won't be long enough, so what you have to do is either rewire it, or all these things are labeled and they always cut it off where the label is, so you can't figure it out. When you resell it, people just cut it and they don't care, and that next user gets very angry. I see it all the time. So what I do is, so that hose is right here, I'll put on one of these connectors, and then I'll add another connector. So now it's longer, and then you might even have to put on another connector. So it's really, really aggravating to see this, but because every time you have a connector is another time that you can have a fail point, and each connector makes everything more complicated. And when you fix one air leak, it goes to the next air leak, and that's typical on a press. Nowadays, there are more motors on these machines, so there's less connectors, which is great because you don't need as big of a air compressor. So, in some presses like Anatol, they don't require an air compressor. They have more components, electrical components, and they tend to have components where they're proprietary, meaning you have to order from them. You can't buy these parts from McMaster or source it from eBay or whatever. So, but a lot of these parts can be bought on eBay. You can buy them in bunches. So here's a special connector. This is a 3/8, okay? And this is a T, and it goes from 3/8 to 1/4-inch tube, which is really nice. You see, here's another one. This is on-off valve for a this typically is on an M&R print head on a press, and this controls the frame locks. This is the newer version. I prefer the clip art, which is heavy duty and doesn't break as much. Some people rebuild these. They're expensive, so that's what it is. And you typically see these on an air cylinder to regulate the the air going into the cylinder and the pressure and whatnot. So if you like this video, I'll make more, make suggestions. We go from there. Well, one other one. This is another part you can get from M&R or McMaster or any of these industrial supply houses like Granger. I like McMaster because you can, on the left side of the screen, you could see all the sizes and go from there if you know about that. And this is a adapter from 1/4 inch to 5/32. Always forget that one. Into a fitting, so you can go from a 1/4 inch to a 5/32 hose. So okay, so screenprintexchange.com is now an open forum, so you can post your classifieds or discuss topics. Please go there, register, post your equipment. I'm not making money from selling your equipment anymore. The industry's changed, so I'm changing, and I will be more of a service type business. So let me know, and we can go from there. Thank you, and let me know what you need in the future for repairs, and we will post videos on this. Thank you. Bye.